became very difficult to defend because he had carefully crafted his image of a Sushasan Babu, the man who gave corruption-free government to Bihar, corruption-free governance to Bihar. And at that time, there were corruption charges against Tejashwi Yadav. What has changed for Nitish Kumar to walk out of that alliance and again form the same alliance with Tejashwi Yadav, who continues to face those charges? Yes, there is a piece of breaking news coming in now.
We are getting the information that after the meeting ends, Nitish Kumar will be accompanied by Tejashwi Yadav and they both will march to Raj Bhavan, and this the change that we are talking about will happen in the presence of both the leaders. Nitish Kumar and Tejashwi will both accompany and go to Governor's house.
Okay, so will there be... Okay, so we'll have to wait and see whether there will be a formal, transition in terms of Nitish resigning, or will it be only the letter of support from another party actually comes. There are technicalities that are involved here, because let's not forget that there are certain offices which the JDU says may be hostile towards the chief minister, which are involved. The governor's residence is one, the governor's office is one, and the second, of course, is the role of the speaker becomes very important.
That's right.
The current Bihar Assembly speaker is from the BJP, and he has been taking on the chief minister openly. There has been open spat that has happened in the Bihar Assembly. Nitish Kumar himself has communicated that he would want the speaker to be removed.
Okay.
So, will the technicalities of this transition mean involvement of these offices? So something, some movement we can see, but yes, perhaps it's too early to say that that march that we are anticipating has begun. So for the moment, what we can say is interesting next 1 hour to 2 hours, but yes, Nitish Kumar is the chief minister at present, but these meetings will clear the air as to which direction Bihar is heading.
Well, my colleague Maria Shakil, Saurav and Siddhant continue to get you all the details from the ground, not just political grapevine, but what exactly is happening in all those critical meetings which are underway in the state of Bihar in Patna. Some more breaking news coming in. Let's go to that. And as the new dynamics of a Mahagathbandhan are set to take shape, all 16 BJP ministers are set to tender their resignation. And this is the JDU BJP alliance, which is in the power right now in the state of Bihar. And as it is all said that JDU is all likely to break off the ties and they will join hands with the RJD Congress plus other parties, the BJP ministers in the government will tender their resignation. Let me once again cut across to Maria Shakil, who is with us on the broadcast. Maria, whether that march to Raj Bhavan will happen first or the BJP ministers are likely to resign first?
So let's see how it actually happens. I think the BJP has understood that Nitish Kumar is on a point of no return, that he has made up his mind, and no effort will be strong enough for BJP to hold on, to really hold on to him. It's rather interesting. I'll tell you something, Anusha, that in 2013, during the very important national executive meeting that was held of the BJP in Goa, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi was announced as the campaign committee chairman, a week later, Nitish Kumar walked out of alliance with the BJP, saying that he has differences over the choice of Prime Minister Modi as the face of the BJP in the 2014 elections. And all that played out on the streets of Patna, right here, right in front of the Raj Bhavan, right in front of one animal. And at that time, Nitish Kumar, hoping that he will take a high moral ground, had appointed Jitan Ram Manjhi. It was based on pure political calculations, thinking that Manjhi comes from the extreme backward caste. Nitish Kumar will be seen as a victim. He would be seen as someone who has played that card of giving that position and renouncing the chair of the chief minister. But what happened in 2014? The JDU was reduced to just 2 MPs, and Nitish Kumar understood that alliance partner BJP was very crucial in ensuring that they have broad-based that caste coalition or caste numbers that will continue to make him the chief minister. 2015, after having realized that in 2014 that going alone was not the right move in a society, in a state which is completely driven by caste, where politics and dynamics is completely and thoroughly based on caste, Nitish Kumar formed an alliance with the JDU. They swept the elections, the assembly elections of 2015. Lalu Nitish was seen as coming together of a massive social coalition. Lali was bringing together his social vote bank, and Nitish Kumar that image of good governance. But again, 2017, 2 years later, Nitish Kumar was restless and he walked out of alliance saying that he was uncomfortable in dealing with Tejashwi Yadav, who was his deputy chief minister. Lalu Yadav then had taken a stand that he will not let Tejashwi resign. And what played out again was right here in front of the Raj Bhavan. Nitish Kumar marching from his home to Raj Bhavan and Tejashwi Yadav and RJD protesting here. What will happen today, we really do not know. Will there be some kind of march that will happen from one Animarg and circular road together of Lalu and Nitish Kumar? But what is the question that will be asked is, how comfortable will Nitish Kumar be in this new alliance?
Absolutely.
The BJP says that they ensured that Nitish Kumar, despite being the younger brother numerically, has that political heft because he continued as the chief minister. So a lot of unanswered questions and a lot of politically uncomfortable questions to Nitish Kumar as he is all set to make this move.
Well, what is politics without some uncomfortable questions? Maria Shakil with those interesting anecdotes. There is also